Hi folks, watercolour now, we've done the oils. Right, I'll give this a bit of a wet here. I won't hit everything, I'll just leave some bare bits. New Year's Eve, eh? Who would have thought it? Important day in the history of the UK. We've broken free finally from, well, 11 o'clock tonight, from the clutches of the European Union. I've put my Union Jack hanging out the window. Right, so let's put a bit of raw sienna. So it's got a bit of sparkle on there. Let's put in a bit of blue. Right, add a bit of red to that. And we can get a bit of not too much sparkle. Okay, just a simple, very simple sky. Painting wet in wet. The paper is about 30 degrees, I would say. 30 degrees. I've got a square somewhere. But I don't know where it is. Got a big triangle I used to use it. Oh, here it is. I used to use this when I was a draftsman, before CAD came along. So here we are. So it's under 30 degrees, I think. It's probably about 25 degrees. Used to put a bit of masking tape on the back just to keep it off the paper or the whatever we were working on, so that the ink didn't, if we were doing ink work, didn't run under the square and ruin your drawing. So it just held it off just enough. So before that, right, now let's put a bit of, use another paint, use a medium, one of the mediums. We'll put in some trees, a bit of Payne's grey. They're a bit stronger than that. It's a bit square, this one. Change the shape of the land. Now, I've done quite a few snow scenes lately. I love doing them. They're not as difficult as you think. If you remember that it's not always exactly white. It reflects the sky above largely. And get a bit of a little bit of sparkle around the edge of this creek. Okay. So you look at a marshy scene, for example, and have a tree that I did yesterday for Patreon in oil. The creek always seems to look really dark because it's, I suppose, because it's largely surrounded by very light coloured snow, and it makes this contrast, or enhances the contrast. Okay, I'm going to dry that now. I'm only going to do this one today. My neck is really aching now from concentrating and stiffening my neck. So take your headphones off, folks. Right, I'm going to put some darker clumps of bushes. I'll just change that, I think it's just a little bit the corners are very finely defined, which I don't like. I like a bit of a round effect. So let's get some Payne's grey, bit of ultramarine, and we can well, I don't want too much of that. Just gives a little bit of variety in the background, but it's very cool colour, sort of a dark bluey grey. Right, also it's quite a rough paper. Let's have a bit of burnt sienna in there now. Okay, now I'm going to try that again. I want to get a bit of a bush in there, cover up some of that background. My idea is just to make something that I hope is attractive, yet simple. Simple washes, but something with a bit of impact, but with much left unpainted. Okay. Right, so we'll have Payne's grey and burnt sienna. Well, hit and miss. Right, okay, let's get a little brush. See, somewhere. What is this? My little fence brush. Just adds a little bit of interest. Okay. If you put a reflection in, it just says pond, hopefully. Right. Right, okay, now I want to just get a bit of filigree in here. So that's why I left some unpainted bits. Okay, I think that is about all I'm going to do with that. Well, I got a signature. Well, I'll put that in a mount. My 13-year-old grandson's around at the moment. He dropped some stitches. Well, he thought he had. He's learning to knit. He wants to knit himself a big spread for his 100 squares sewn together for a cover on his bed. So he came up on his bike to see Nanny, who will sort him out. Okay, so there we are. We've got a very simple, plain tutorial. Nothing great, like just a simple. Oh, I see what I do. I've got this Caran d'Ache pencil. I'll just give it a bit of a sharpen, and I'm going to just use a bit of that to put a couple of little chunks in the background. So I'll just cut my finger off and just standing up. My colleague John Smoothie 77, great draftsman, wonderful. If you want to learn to draw, he's your man. To draw exactly by transferring. And I'll just carve it to a bit of point. Right, I'm just going to use a little bit of sandpaper just to, you can see there, just get it sharpened. A little 2-pointed. I'll just put in a couple of, dry. Well, these probably still a bit wet. Let's just dry it, give it a good dry. I'm not going to call this mixed media because there's hardly any mixed media about it. Let's just okay, just a little bit of interest, that's all. Okay, I hope you like this tutorial, folks. Let's recap. I put some water, I wetted the sheets, but left some bits unwetted, just to give that a little bit of sparkle, a bit of interest. And while it was wet, I just flooded in the other colours, the blue, then the blue and the light red. Payne's grey with the blue for the clouds, Payne's grey blue for the background. I've probably got a bit higher there, and warmer burnt sienna in the foreground, just to give that warmth. Right, okay, so now, so I'll get this all uploaded for you. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. And I wish all of you a very happy New Year, and all my patrons on Patreon the same, and everybody else that watches. See you soon. Bye bye.